beginning of the form when we do this. When I do this, I do this. Okay? So I'm like this. But there are times when I do it, when I go like this. And I extend it, and I attack. Right? When I'm doing this, right, and I come here, right, I extend. Even if I'm doing, so I extend, right? And then I virtually, the only time I do Tokumine like that is pretty much when I'm teaching it for the first time. When I'm doing this, right? Okay, right. So when I'm here over the top, and when I do this, right, I bring it to my hip because one, it's strong, right? It's strong here, right? But I can also do that, right? I can do this where it's under my arm again, right? All right, and then here. The big thing is, if they're doing it like that, is you have to have the same idea as we do in Mariyoshi, which is this strikes, and now each tip goes to the same spot. And then Nuki, Kakeyuke. When I did this, right, and I did this, right? Yeah. Yeah. So again, right, because you can just, I mean, say, right, and I mean, same thing. Like you can have fun with things, right? You can be here, right? I'm just saying to, again, just to play around, right? And just again, I think people get too crazy. Once you really know the kata, and I mean, again, like the beginning, when someone first learns it, it should be clear, cut, no deviations, right? That's why, like when I say, like, when you come out and you hear and you go over, it's okay for a beginner to step, then Nuki, right? Step, then Nuki, right? Yeah. And one of the things you just want to glance at in the dojo again is make sure people aren't pulling the hand back. Because even here, I catch, because I got new people, and I catch them that, in Mariyoshi, they're doing this. They pull the hand back, right? And I said, no, the hand's gotta stay there or go out with it. My hand actually, when I do an uki, my hand actually goes out with it. And that's the other thing. You want these moves to be sharp. And you don't want them to be short. A lot of Isshin-Ryu people do these short little pokes, right? You want it to be out there. You want it to go out and come back. Right. Yeah, but when I started Isshin-Ryu, they always call this seisan on the oblique. Because if I face this way, I'm in regular seisan. But my upper body's turned this way, right? So that's why, seisan on the oblique. I mean, that's the term I use because that's the term they used in the dojo where I originally started. And to be honest, it makes sense. If I'm in straight seisan here, and now I go here, right? Now I'm in seisan on the oblique, right? But I haven't moved my feet, right? So, and again, I realized as I was doing kobudo, even in Isshin-Ryu, when I do kobudo, my stances get a little bit wider. Not so much with sai and tuifa, but with the bow gets a little bit wider, So, I mean, when I'm here and I step over, obviously, no. But this one, now I'm getting a little bit wider. Right.
Yeah, but it makes sense. You cover a lot of distance.
Well, yeah. You're going after the person. Plus, you want to be rooted, right? You're fighting with a weapon, right? You want to be, you can go with it. So, I mean, when I go, if you realize in the first up to here, we don't change the grip, right? Now we change the grip here, but we don't have to. We can block like this, right? So normally we're like this, right? So we can block like this, hit over the top, right? Now normally we come up, right? And then here, right? So, but so you play around with it and see what you can do, top of the head, right? Up, down, here, right? Now from here, you nuki this way, right? And then here, right? Again, And I'm not saying that's, but again, you take a deep dive into the kata, and and it's the same thing. Like, you start the form, you're in your third and the third. Now you let this hand slide back, right? So now you let the hand slide back. Now you're elongating the bow, right? Now you're elongating the bow. You can leave it there and do that. You can leave it elongated, right? Now you can come here, but now when you strike over, you elongate it going up, elongate it. You play around. Now you elongate it, right? So, now I'm, right? And then I'm here, right? And you play with the whole kata like that as not just a physical exercise, but a mental exercise.